What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugishu. We are back with another umamusume video. This video, we are going to be training Kita. We're going to try to train Kita from mile distance. And that is the plan for today's video. The setup, we are going to go with the 2 guts setup. So stay gold, Haru guts, measure Ramino wise, Tamamo power, Oshina friend card, and the almond eye speed card. That is the setup. And well, let's just jump into the run. And before we do jump into the run and the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There is a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you get that search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you in the circle and not somebody else. But here we are training Kita once again for a distance you won't normally use her for, but it's fine. It's fine. Last time we didn't even manage to bring her, so it's whatever. Don't know why I chose power. Maybe because I just saw the exclamation mark, but that was definitely not my intention. I think I lost track of the day for a bit because I was ready to record the Group B finals, and when I got started recording, or literally right in the beginning of me recording, within the first like 2 minutes, I guess, I noticed the countdown. I was like, wait, what's today again? Isn't it for Thursday? Didn't it start already? No, it's literally Wednesday morning. It's literally Wednesday morning. I'm literally a day ahead for some odd reason. I was set to recording the CM for global when it's not even available. Oh well. Oh well. So now I'm here. Back in JP because I was gonna record that real quick because it's just the group finals. So turns out it didn't matter because it wasn't available. So that means I can just most likely just continue doing my training for the next CM. I try to at least get 1 or 2 out of the way every day, just to not completely neglect it, to at least give me some kind of chance. I don't really go past the 3 unless I feel like I need to, because depending on how prepped I am, I guess. But since it's still pretty early, I don't necessarily want to worry about it too much. Also, before I started recording, I did get started on my closet, so you most likely won't be able to see it. Most likely shouldn't be able to see it. But if you do, it's literally just behind me. A lot of the mess. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I don't think you'll be able to see it, actually. Chairs blocking pretty much most of it. Plus, I do cut down most of the camera anyway. But I pretty much cleared out the stuff to the point where I can start working on organization of the closet. So that's what I'm gonna do after I get this video edited and uploaded. And I'm fairly confident I could get it done within 2 hours, unless I say that 2 hours. That's probably the minimum. There's a chance that I'll get distracted and whatnot or whatever, or end up maybe thinking too hard on where to put certain things or organize things. But I have a pretty good idea on how I want to organize it and which things I do want to get rid of, um, and all that, because you know how it is. Well, I don't know if you guys are the same, but when you're like keeping things or cleaning up, you find things and you're like, I don't know if I need this. I don't need it now, but I may need it later. So you still keep it on the side. Or like, I don't know what other things, like things you don't want to let go of. Me personally, as a guy who likes to collect things, there's most likely things scattered in that mess that I can get rid of, but at the same time also separate the things that I actually do want to keep. That way, it'll be easy to get rid of things and make more space. Make more space in the closet to store things that I do want to put away and that I know I'll keep, like things in the TV stand that are just sitting there that shouldn't even be there. Like I have some TCG stuff there because it was just like a convenient extra shelf for me to put things there, but I don't necessarily look at them every day or whatever, so I think the best thing is just to put it like in one of the drawers in the closet. That's honestly one of the things I'm planning to do. Hopefully, I think the tedious thing would probably be organizing the smaller things, because the big things like boxes, because I do want to move around some boxes in the closet. Boxes as in like, what are the main boxes? I have the box that my PC case came in, because I'm gonna use that as a storage box for my sealed stuff, because it's a really stupid big box and it'll be able to hold a lot. And I already have a spot for it, so it's not really in the way. Right now it's in the way because I didn't move it yet, but I'll be able to get that organized in its spot. And I'm also probably even gonna put like my binders in there, because they're not in the way, but they could just be save more space if I just store it, because there's plenty of room in there. I don't know if I want to move around, because I used to I used to collect shoes. I don't know if I want to organize the shoe boxes a different way. Because right now I think it's okay the way it is. And these are just the shoes that I decided to keep. I already got rid of the ones that I wasn't gonna keep. So we're good there. Although it's still more shoes than an average person should have, but that's just me, because those were more of the like grail items for myself, or like collectors that are my favorite shoes that I bought. So yeah, one of them being like the most recent, if you know what I'm talking about, I'm just gonna say the most recent one was the probably the last time I bought a pair of Jordans was the re-release of the Space Jam 11s in 2016, I think it was 2016 or 2017. I think it was 2016, but that's as far as I'm gonna go into that, to not completely go into it. I could, but we'll be fine. But yeah, I don't think it'll take me too long. I don't think it'll take me too long. Oh, one interesting, I guess depending if you care or not. To me, it was interesting, cause I have my old 3DS, the very first 3DS. Mine was a red one, or is a red one, and I've had it aside this whole time because I've been, if I were to use my 3DS again, I would fall towards my 3DS XL. At least these days I would, because you know, I told you guys what I did. And I looked at it and I wanted to see what I could do with it. In a way, I was like, maybe I can like freshen it up, because it's just been sitting there. And I tried turning it on while it was plugged in. It wouldn't turn on, so surprisingly, before this, like, I planned for it because a couple days ago I had ordered replacement batteries for my 3DS XL and the 3DS that I'm talking about, my first one, and also my 2DS XL. Why I have three is I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But it was just a thing, you know? Like, here's my 3DS. It's the NES version. And I do have my original one right here as well, because I was, like I said, working on or replacing the battery. And it did have a Pokemon sticker on it, but I decided to remove it because it started looking jank, and because of the sticker, it actually still looks pretty darn clean under where the sticker was. So aside from that, the edges, pretty much, the sides, top and bottom is pretty clean. And it has a fresh battery. And it has a fresh battery. Although I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it, because like I said, I'm primarily using the normal, or yeah, the 3DS XL. And no, I'm not going to get rid of it, because the reason why I held on to these is because, one, in a way, I subconsciously collected them, because I never did get rid of any of my handhelds. Like, I still have both my Game Boy SPs, Game Boy Advance SPs. One's the blue one and the other one's the black one. I have the forgotten, or the failure handheld that Sony released, and that is the PSP Go, small one that slides up. I do have that still. And also the Japanese red PSP Slim? I don't know if it's a Slim. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I still have that. It's literally where my TV stand is. And then, so I have my GameCubes. I was surprised when I saw that I had a second one, because I don't remember getting a second one. I still have my original one that I got as a kid. So when I was looking through, the last time I was looking through my things, I was like, wait, I had a second GameCube the whole time? Same color too, silver. Threw me off. Threw me off. And then I still have my N64. PS2 I still have. Xbox 360. Do I still have the PS3? I think, oh no, yes, I do still have the PS3, PS4, Xbox One. Wii U. So yeah, I still have all my consoles essentially. The only console that I don't have, because I never got it, was the original Xbox. Never got that. I got the Xbox 360 right after, later on. But yeah, I was more of a PlayStation GameCube guy because I didn't have the Xbox. I do remember having a PS1 because my dad also used to play video games. So it was kind of fun growing up when he would play video games. He usually just played like war games, shooting games, FPS. Back in it, like SOCOM, Medal of Honor. He did play like the old school Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, all that. He even dabbled with like God of War. He was actually having fun with that too. That was just fun, you know, playing the same games as him, and if he needed help, I would just, you know, just tell him what to do, or because he didn't want me to do it for him most of the time. So yeah, I essentially just kept all my handhelds and consoles because I guess I was just always into video games as a kid, and I didn't want to let go of them. So I ended up just keeping them as I grew up. I still have them to this day. I still have my Game Boy Color. Don't think I've mentioned that in this video, at least, because I know I've mentioned it in the past. I am missing the original Game Boy Advance and the Nintendo DS. The DSi, I don't have either. But yeah. Have I played any of these? Well, most of them, no. The GameCube would be the most recent, along with the N64, because I wanted to go back to like the old Mario Party games. GameCube with like Double Dash, Mario Kart Double Dash, Smash Melee, and any other games. I wouldn't mind going back to the Wii or Wii U for certain Wii games. I can't really remember off the top of my head because I honestly don't remember playing it as much besides like the Pokemon games that came out on the Wii. If I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I was basically gaming my whole life. Basically gaming my whole life, whether it's a handheld or a console, TV console. I do remember as a kid also playing, aging myself. I've already been aging myself this whole time. But playing on the NES and the Sega Dreamcast, maybe even the Atari, because even though that came out like way before, or way earlier, I do remember coming across it at one point as a kid. So maybe my dad just had one. That's how. But essentially, I want a section of my store to just have an organized part of is like all my consoles. And with the games, I don't know if I want to keep all of them. That's the thing. I think I just want to keep the ones that I really enjoyed, or like the series and all that. I think that would be the way to go. And I guess, I don't know, somehow sell the rest. I say somehow, I'll probably be able to do it through like eBay or whatever, if I decide to do that. I haven't really gone through it. I don't know if I'm gonna go through it extensively, sit down and do that, because I know that's gonna take quite a bit of time. I don't know that, so I don't know that's gonna be around this time thing. Maybe it'll be like later on. My goal right now is just to organize my closet. Or even I could possibly just get a new TV stand to where it can like pretty much accommodate all the consoles, so I can just have it there instead rather than hidden away. So even though I won't use them, they'll still be in a way displayed. I think that'd be the way to go. Or just another separate like shelf and just, you know, display it there. We'll see what I decide down the road, but I think now would be a perfect time to go over comments. The reason why I didn't really stop earlier on my whole tangent and all that is I did see the comments and there isn't as much, so I feel like I'll be able to go through it. I think I'll be okay with how the comments are, so. And also, it just kind of just, I guess sharing a piece of my daily life, I guess, is a way also to say it. Or what I have planned. But let me see, is the comments organized? Nope. Organize the comments. Actually, I should probably also refresh it because I'm not sure if okay. All right, yeah, there isn't that much from what it seems. Ooh, guts again with over 100. I'm not used to getting this much good. At least from the past, the past runs, it didn't seem like I was getting run. Because that was like the second or even the third time I've seen an 80 plus in this training itself. But anyways, first comments we're going to be going over is from Nova. And let me just pick the next one. Are we in the late? Are we late June right now? We are late June right now. So I probably should just use this. It's telling me to use it, so I'm gonna just use it, I guess. My first comments are from Nova. First comment says, Switch 2 is the way to go, man. Honestly. Did I say this already? I felt like I said it because I doubt I did, but because I was talking about consoles already, but honestly, as it is now these days, I think, especially with how much future consoles seems like they're gonna cost, I think you're better off playing the games that are released on the Xbox and PlayStation on a gaming PC, because then you could use the gaming PC for other things as well, for your daily computer as well, for whatever you want to use the computer for, emails, I don't know, emails, daily, use YouTube, whatever. Because I know I mentioned this 2 weeks ago when we talked about the consoles again, or specifically the Switch 2 and PCs and other, like, the, I guess, PC handhelds. For the Switch 2, because Nintendo itself, because I mentioned this that at that time, was their games, you can't play them anywhere else on any of the other consoles, the Nintendo exclusives, like legitimately Nintendo exclusives. Like what once was like PS, PlayStation, or Xbox exclusives, you can play on Steam. So it's kind of like you'd be better off getting a gaming PC. Use that as your everyday PC, just like I do. Use it as the main gaming, or the main the gaming console or system for all these games. And then I look at my Switch 2 and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much just gonna carry all other games. Pretty much. Cause heck, I don't know, PlayStation 6, whatever the new Xbox is called, you could probably make a decent or pretty good gaming piece off secondhand parts with that price, and you still get to do all the other things, like use it for your daily thing, like YouTube stuff, webs, and internet, internet, other things, possibly depending on how you build it, obviously. And also the gaming PC, you just get more use out of it. But obviously, parts are also not getting cheaper because of like the whole RAM issue, the whole RAM prices, and all the other stuff. So yeah, that can be an issue, as well as I talk about how it would be. In my opinion, it'd still probably be more worth getting a gaming PC, even if the prices do go higher compared to getting a gaming console itself, unless it's like, I guess, the Switch 2, because then, like I said, in my opinion, I feel like it is more worth it, because at least for the Nintendo exclusives, you can't really play them other on the other games or systems. So yeah, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Heck, I see myself getting either a handheld PC handheld or a gaming laptop before I get the future consoles, depending on the price. But honestly, I've faded away from the PlayStation and the Xbox consoles for the most part. It's not essentially like a priority for me. The Switch, on the other hand, that felt different. That felt different when compared to when the PS5 and Xbox Series came out. When they announced the Switch, I was like, damn, I wonder when I'm gonna go get one. And then I ended up getting one a few weeks ago. Because it basically gave an $80 plus game, depending where you buy it. Because Mario Kart World on Best Buy was like $100 for some reason. I checked the website. But essentially an $80 game for free. And I was getting it for the same. I was basically just paying for the console with a free game. Did I end up buying a game regardless? I did. I bought Kirby Air Riders because that was the game that I was so excited for. Have I played it? I played some like an hour or two of it already, and it still gives the same feeling as how the original was. Although I wish they did make the timer longer because I feel like the 7-minute timer. I wanted it at least like 10. I feel like 10 would have been a good like long session per like city trial session, in my opinion. In my opinion. But since it was made by the creator of Smash, or yeah, the creators of Smash, the menu, the UI, and everything feels so similar. It feels so similar. It's stupid. I do hope he does end up making another one for the Switch too, because Smash Ultimate in the on the Switch was so, it was the best Switch. I mean, the best Smash game since Melee, in my opinion. In my opinion. For you guys, you Smash nerds out there who play Smash, if you know, you know. So yeah, didn't expect me to go on another tangent, but let's go over these comments now. I'm more intrigued by another Persona rumor. Apparently, Persona 6 might be released sooner than Persona 4 Remake. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, yeah, I think that's okay. But yeah, I don't really know how else to say from that. But I would go back to Genshin for Sandrone and Alice alone. Oh yes, I would want to pull for Alice also. But meh, no motivation besides that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I managed to get back during the, it was during Sumeru when I came back. When I gave it another chance, it was around Sumeru. Yeah, it should have been. And I haven't really had issues, unlike most of the community. I'm just here chilling, like most games. Like all games, pretty much, I guess. I just want to play my games. Rebella gonna be hype. Her skin is a must buy for me. Is she releasing tonight or tomorrow? Because I know the banner, I don't know if it, I think it ends soon, unless it ended already by the time this video comes up. Because I do remember checking it during the dailies when it resetted, and it said like 12, 13 hours, I think. So I think the banner is still up by the time this video's up. So we'll see. So we'll see. I will pull for her. I will pull for her because the anniversary has been generous. So they gave me pulls. They gave me pulls. And speaking about pulls, I did do pulls for Star Rail, for Dahlia, and I I lost my 50-50. But managed to get Dahlia, but pretty early, like 3 pulls after. But I had already built, I think, like almost 60 pity prior, because I was I thought I didn't get the dupes I needed for Cyrene, but I did. So I was pulling for nothing, and that essentially just extended my pity. Um, but yeah, I ended up getting Dahlia and her Lycone. So she also reminds me of a certain VTuber. If you know, you know. Just mention it down in the comment section. I'll confirm in the next video. That was literally my first impression when I first saw Dahlia. I was like, wait a second, she looks a lot like. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to just in case you guys want to guess if you guys care. If not, then nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know unless you do know. To be honest, I don't know what to use with Carlota. Then again, I never did invest in an ice team. All this time, I've been using all other teams. Honestly, though, that is true. I still did use Carlota, let's say, for like the thing that weekly resets with like the 6,000 points. If it has an ice weakness, I'll end up using Carlota most likely. Or if there's an ice weakness for the tower, I'll use Carlota, obviously. But outside of that, no. No, I'm back with the Cardathea team because of Chisa. So, but I still use the team with Augusta or Galbrena because I do use with Galbrena. The one team that has my most neglected team has been the Havoc team. I thought it was gonna have a comeback with Frolova. It didn't because I never pulled for her. Or I did try pulling for her, then I saved my guaranteed for Augusta. Not regretting that decision. Not regretting that decision. Augusta is she's such a badass. The way she fights is just so I don't know, just so strong. She's one lady you don't want to mess with. Although you could also say that for a lot of the others. I'm just chilling until the next meta pick for Ice, which would most likely be somewhere around the next patch. Or starting from the next patch. I actually don't know what elements those two characters are. So, never know. And, I'm not going to get Booling until she drops someday on an off rate. I checked my account. I don't think I got her. Because I kept confusing her with, with Yuhu. I actually don't think I have Booling. I was thinking about building her because there was, this whole gap in between. So I guess not, since I don't have her. Imagine if School Days get 5 seasons. Hell no, that thing was a train wreck since I don't know. I hated it. I guess since, in my opinion, somewhere within the I don't exactly want to remember it, so I'm not gonna force myself. I'm gonna just say somewhere close to the middle. Yeah, I'm not gonna force myself to remember or try to. I think your luck in Zenless might be the best I've seen in a while. Assuming we pulled on the same thing. I spent quite a bit on Zenless, but it seems that I'm still lacking characters. I didn't get Dial and Engine just because I want to save. Yuzuha W engines was worth it in my opinion. It's funny because after not getting Yuzuha's, I still feel like I'm doing perfectly fine without it. But I am missing out on something. I'm still missing out on that one uh, extra buff or effect because I don't have the extra anomaly mastery that she needs. But other than that, I mean, besides, wait, I didn't even know you skipped out on Diolin's W engine. Is there any other ones you skipped out on, or was she the first one? Because for me, was Jiyuin until Yuzuha, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Because we are pretty much up to date, right? I didn't miss out on anyone else in between. And when I say in between, it's like very few because I pulled like nearly every time. Like Hugo was the exception. Haramasa as well because they gave him for free. But wait, didn't they release at the same time? Haramasa and Miyabi? They did. They did. Never mind. So that doesn't count because I did technically pull at that same time because of Miyabi. Trigger, Hugo. Now Banyue, who's coming out later today. I don't remember who else. I don't think there's anyone else, I guess, if I don't remember. So yeah. But I actually don't remember if you mentioned if you didn't pull for Dial and W engine. I was just under the impression you had gotten it. But our Wu account is pretty similar too, I think. You're just missing Frolova and two dudes. When it comes to weapons though, I know that I pulled for everyone's. Oh no, I know I pulled for everyone's weapons. And yes, I didn't pull for the two dudes. That is a fact. That is a fact. I did not pull for Brant and Shuyuin. I still don't know if I'm saying his name right, cause I don't have him, and he's not anywhere in the game anymore, so I don't get to hear his name. If I had him, I probably would be getting it right, but oh well. And yeah, Frolova. Everyone else is yeah, everything else is pretty similar in that case. Like yeah, from since day one, I guess, right? Right? Yeah, I don't think we pulled on a banner where one person did and all besides the two dudes. I can't think of any other banner. Well, besides the Jeja, the painter chick, her we both did skip. Yeah, that is true. There's no way I wouldn't pull for the weapons. It's guaranteed. They're basically telling you that you should pull for it because it's guaranteed if you have a chance to. Hmm. This turn is kind of bad in my opinion. This is my first time doing this PR training, but I don't ever want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. I don't know why people pay that much care to the Game Awards. It's like the Oscars, where I think those are for people who have too much time on their hands. Mate, I guess. I just never really cared. Same thing with the Oscars, Grammys, whatever. I never really like cared to like actually watch the live or those in general I didn't care about, but like for like the Game Awards or the I guess the Anime Awards, I just wait till later. I just wait till later to see. I don't care for looking at it. Same with um like the Nintendo Direct, or unless I'm watching like one of the streamers I watch, because they normally watch because they're a Smash, or they're mainly a Smash streamer that used to be a professional player. Been watching him, and he would watch Nintendo Directs or whatever the PlayStation one is, and I guess the Microsoft one if there is one. I don't remember if there is one. I think most likely there is. But I rarely go watch those streams. Mostly the Nintendo Direct ones, but the others not really. Other than that, I don't really. I generally just don't care. I'll just look up the results later on. And then lastly, also I got Ballroom Sky from the dailies. Now I'm gonna work on Muteki. She has always been cool looking, but I think I was on hiatus when her banner came out. She was out a while ago, so I don't know. She was out a while ago, so I don't know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. All the comments from Nova. So thank you, Nova, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Newest. So I can do that. Next comment or comment is gonna be from Rick. Okay, I will use it. And it says, I was busy for a day and a half because I went with my brother to see our cousins to play Smash Ultimate, Mario Kart World, and Mario Party. I didn't win most of the times, but we had fun. I'm catching up to the Umachill videos. Hey, that's pretty much. Mario Party's always fun, unless unless you know things get. It's like Monopoly. It's like Monopoly. Sometimes it gets intense. Intense as in like could be someone might be mad depending on what happened. Stole their star, you know, or they're just badly losing. Mario Kart, I always love playing Mario Kart. Favorite one is Double Dash from the GameCube. Probably the best one. Mario Kart 8 was pretty good. I haven't touched Mario Kart World yet, although I've seen videos of it and it's interesting. But since I don't play online for the Switch, and if you're wondering, then how do you play Smash and all these other games? Well, friends whenever we play, and my brother whenever we play. That's pretty much it. And Smash Ultimate is pretty much still probably the most consistent Nintendo game I've played on the Switch. Until this day, I still played it. I literally played it yesterday, last night. So and I mentioned this a while ago. I did participate in a couple tournaments for Smash Ultimate. So that was fun. That was a fun experience. I do plan to try to do that again for at least the ones I can attend. Pretty much the same ones I went to in the future, but not yet. Not yet. It made sense to just experience it the first couple times, but to do it like every year, yeah, it gets pretty pricey. It gets pretty pricey, especially if you're not sponsored or whatever, because you got to pay for everything, literally everything. Nova responded saying Mario games are like what, $90 nowadays? Oof. Yeah, pretty much. If you want to put it in the middle between the $80-$100 mark for like the Mario Kart World. Like, let me search Best Buy again and see if it actually is. Oh, that is a bright screen. Best Buy. I love how I see a booster box of Pokemon in Best Buy show up. Oh, they lowered the price. I swear this was $100 like 2 weeks ago. Right before I was picking up my Switch. So yeah, like $80. The average. I would say these days with games in general. Depending on the game, because some are just 70, which is still pricey, because the norm back then was like $60 for a new game. Yeah, the norm was $59.99 all the time for new games. For a while, a long while too, and then now went up to $69.99, $79.99. Shoot, it's stupid. It's stupid. But thank you for the comment, Rick, and over for replying. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is gonna be from Eugen. Zenless Dylan equals party 2 of Daichi Ruby, and added to it saying, I'm happy with a smiley face. Nova says sus, and I am pretty sussed out about it too, because I don't exactly know if you're trolling or not. When I say trolling, because this, I'm pretty sure you meant to say part 2 of Daichi Ruby, because you put Daichi Ruby. And you said part 2, and with what happened with that Daichi Ruby, I don't know if you're trolling because you said I'm happy and you really did get Dylan, or you're just saying I'm happy just to say you're happy. But yes, I am sussed out about it. Or you could be sarcastically saying I'm happy, which I would think you're doing. But other than that, I do appreciate the comment, Eugen. And Noah for replying once again. And lastly, our 2 comments from Tanoki. First one says Tyre. I guess Tyre. Tyre is just British, I think. I didn't know they spelled it that way. I'll be honest. I didn't know they spelled it that way. I might as well just type in myself and see. I don't know. Yeah, it is British spelling of Tyre. I did not know that. Because I never really seen it, to be honest. And then the world record keeper is Guinness, a beer company. Although I do know Guinness is a beer company. Drank a lot of that in that pear strip I mentioned, because we went to the pub. Am I a fan of Guinness? It's alright. I think I do like Guinness on the tap, not from the can. For those who care, I guess. If you're of age, of course. If you're of age, of course, because I don't know if you guys are not. Well, for the most part, I believe you guys are, but for those who aren't, dumb. World record keeper of what, though? I'm quite confused again. I'm quite confused again. What is it the world record keeper of? I'll leave you to let me know in the comments section down below, Tanoki. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for all the comments. Thank you, Nova, Tanoki, Eugen, and Rick for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And just on time, we did end the training. Although my voice. Wise didn't make it at 1200 for sure. Besides that, I think we got fairly close for the other 3. Stamina, I'm not really too worried about, but yeah, stamina seems like it should be okay. But that and that. Scroll down. we'll just grab whatever since I won't be using this Kita if, you know. Also, I need to clear my Uma box. The Uma storage, I guess, to call it, because it's full. I had to clear it out some space uh before this video. So I do need to do that. Which I don't know if I'll normally normally it'd be easy because when a new scenario crosses over, I usually get new parents and they're normally a different rank, or they're a higher rank. But right now it's not, because I haven't bounced back from to like the higher mid high UBs. I haven't gone back there yet. So I could be in a little bit of trouble. I could be in a little bit of trouble, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just apparently just not doing well in this scenario as I thought. Although I am still getting at least the UB4s I did get. At least. Or in that UB6 I got for Cap in... It's not completely bad. It's just not as bad. This is just not as bad as the Great Fruit Festival, though. That one was... that one I had a bad time. Because I was genuinely wondering what the heck was wrong. But it's alright. We'll pull through the rest of the scenario and make it work. If not, then, I mean, new scenarios in 2 months, so we'll just wait it out. Wait it out as in just let's go with the flow. Just go with the flow. 1852 speed, 1021 stamina, 1580 on power, 1676 guts, and 1025 on wise, which is it could have made it if it had gotten a little bit more attention. Same thing with guts, it could have went closer to Cap if it got one more maybe. And then power, a little bit more speed, and maybe like 1 or 2 power trainings maybe. No S aptitudes, and yeah. With that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing with your CM prep as of right now. If you've made any changes or additions to whoever you wanted to train for, or you're just simply chilling, let me know down in the comment section down below. If there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, as long as appropriate, I'll go over it. Just leave it down in the comment section down below. And if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is in the description. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I am in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.